In 90 days, I built a $200,000 a month agency with 9 employees, lots of clients. 6 months later, I killed it, all on purpose. And I do it again tomorrow because the same thing that I built is the same thing draining every other coach that I know who looks like they're winning, and nobody is going to tell you about it. Because if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a founder, anywhere between 30 grand and 300 grand a month, this video is going to do 2 things for you. Firstly, I'm going to show you exactly how I built, exactly why I killed, and the 5-line audit I run now before any new business or venture I get myself into. And secondly, I'm going to show you the exact model I built on the other side. The one that we teach to Rainmakers clients, the one where you are able to keep the money, you drop the hours, you drop the stress, you drop the workload, and you actually own the business instead of it owning you. But most importantly, you enjoy waking up to your business each and every day. So stay with me because this is going to be the most important few minutes that I can give a coach right now. So quick context if we're just meeting for the first time. I had sold my first coaching company. I took about 6 minutes off. I got bored. I went and started a consulting offer. I got a consulting offer to $1 million run rate in 63 days. And then I moved on to an agency. I built an agency and got that to $200,000 a month in 90 days. And as I said at the top of this, I then burnt it down to the ground. I killed the business because I needed to build something smarter, easier, faster, and that's what I want for you. But here's the thing, and this is where I got caught up, and the mistake that I made is the agency was mostly a machine. It was profitable, it was scalable, it was the kind of business that you could talk about, and do you know what I mean? People would be like, wow, you're so fantastic. But the problem was, I was exhausted. What nobody really tells you is what the dashboard is of how you know you're truly winning. And thankfully, because I've been in some great masterminds, great programs, I've been working behind the scenes as chief marketing officer in 7, 8, and 9-figure coaching and info businesses. The agency wasn't running on systems, it wasn't running on the team, it was running on me. 14-hour days, 6 days a week. I'd open Slack up at 5 a.m. I'd close it before I'd go to bed. I just wanted to frisbee my MacBook and my phone out the window. I was being a crappy dad. I was being a crappy husband. And when I finally had the balls to check myself and look at the reality of what was going on, and this is the part that took me so long to see, the books said the business that I was crushing it. The books were wrong. The books just couldn't see the other accounts, essentially, that was being drained out of all of the funds. And that was what I had to stop bullshitting myself, and I had to turn it around. And the gospel that I see that nobody's questioning in this whole online coaching world, and it's most likely if you're watching this, you're seeing a bunch of other stuff, it's that more is the answer. More revenue, more clients, more team, more offers, more content, more. It's the operating system behind every, hey, you can build a $10 million business in 18 months YouTube headline, and it's wrong. And I'm gonna put my stake in the ground right now. Not because more is bad, more is fine. It's wrong because more is not a strategy. More is what you default to when you don't have one, and you get caught up trying to impress everybody else instead of looking inside of here. Because there's levels to this. Because back then, I was operating from a dirty fuel. The fuel that was me wanting more because it was a metric that the world could see that would give me outside validation. That could only really get me so far, because for myself and with the clients that I work with now, it's about having alignment. So if you're building a business that you love to wake up to, your business is your form of art that you get to share and express and give to the world and to improve others' lives. And in turn, it creates a financial freedom for you and your family, simply so that you can do the work that you love and be able to live the life that you want. And you don't want to have to grind every single day. And you do want to be able to, let's say, earn good money and be able to work 2 to 4 hours a day and be able to have things and time and space and the ability to focus on family, health, pottery, painting, or long walks on the beach. That's what we're talking about, because what I'm really showing you is how the model of what it is that you can create today, what I truly believe is now very much possible, that wasn't really possible before, because we are able to have team systems, AI, and the ability for what it is, how these work together. Because where it all came crumbling down for me was a Tuesday night. My wife and I had put our girls to bed, and my wife was sitting on the bed. She wasn't crying. That was the worst part. Crying I knew how to respond to. This was something else. She said some words that crushed me. She said, I feel like I'm a married single mum. And it was the blow delivered with such sharp pain that very thankfully it woke me up. That's why I closed that business down. And that's why I'm coming to you with this episode to be like, you can build an extremely profitable business that gives you the money that you want, doing the work that you love. And you don't have to get caught up in the stuff that I just literally see hundreds and hundreds of coaches going wrong. It's a playbook I now run before any new offer, any new hire, any new launch. And it's the first thing we install when it comes to any founder joining the Rainmakers. And it starts with offer design, a higher margin, lower friction offer that is the rest of the business is able to hang off, because the right offer is the one thing that you can deliver without headaches that gets clients an amazing result, and you're able to charge not a small amount of money for. If you get this wrong, every other design has to compensate for it over the next 5 years. So let's not do that, because the second is calendar design. This is where your week is the real business model. Most coaches design their calendars first around their business. We're not going to do that, because the hours you protect are the hours that compound, and the hours that you don't, somebody else's will spend for you. Because after calendar design, 3, team design. Every hire either buys back your time or sells it. Most founders hire and add capacity. We hire to remove decisions and get it off your plate. Then 4, identity design. And I'll speak to dudes. The man the business is making you become has to be the same man you actually want to be, or better, in 10 years. If your 12-year-old self met current you, would they be proud, scared, or confused? Because here's the diagnostic question for it. If you wanted to take 30 days off starting Monday, what would break? Because if the honest answer is everything, you didn't really have a business. And that's okay, because it's actually a lot easier and simpler to get to a point where you are able to take 30 days off in your business, and there's not going to be a bunch of fires of you coming back to as well. If you've made it this far, seriously, thank you. I appreciate you being here. But real quick, if you are a coach or consultant who wants to be able to build a self-growing business without bloated team, a big ad budget, or working more than 3 hours a day, then make sure that you hit subscribe, because everything I share here is built for founders just like you, because it's likely that you are done chasing bigger and ready to build better. So let's get back to it. Because it's these screenshots of coaches that I've worked with saying, I'm earning my full income whilst being on holidays. I'm having fun with my family, being away from work, completely guilt-free. These are the screenshots and the results that bring me the most joy, because the money isn't the point. The point is living the life you admire and love to wake up to, and your business is fueling that. Now, this message may land with you or not. I've sold a coaching company. I've built offers behind 7, 8, and 9-figure businesses. I built an agency. I burnt that sucker to the ground. I built something that is able to make a hell of a lot of money, and being able to do it with work I really love to wake up to every single day, and to be able to share this with you. And it's all coming down to one belief, which is really a case of your business should fit your life, not the other way around. That's the whole game. And if that doesn't vibe with you, if you're like, Chris, I want to build a massive empire, I want to grind, and I want to just do tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, man, I'm cheering for you. I seriously am. If that's what you want, that's what makes you happy, 100%. This message I'm sharing right now is for somebody that's going to be a little bit more like myself and like the Rainmakers members that are wanting to be able to have business and life, and there's more fluidity between those things as well, and it's not just trying to have more money out of it. It's also why most coaches feel stuck. They've inherited a model that asks them to fit their life around their business, and anytime you try and flip that equation back the right way around, the whole house of cards wobbles, or if not, just falls apart. So we built an exact process to be able to solve this inside of Rainmakers. We call it Rain. It's cute. It's 4 phases, and each one sets up for the next. And I want to walk you through this right now, because this is the same playbook I run on my own business and every other business that comes to us. So what this is, Rain, R, reveal. Most coaches start with the revenue target. You probably thought I was going to say revenue first. It's not, reveal. What we start with is one layer underneath it. What's the take-home money that you actually want to put into your pocket at the end of every single week, month, day, whatever. Multiply what you typically want revenue-wise by 1.4 for tax and overhead. Now, depending on your tax situation, you may need to actually make that even bigger. Then we just simply take what that true revenue number is, and then I want to be able to divide that by whatever your price point actually is, so that I can get a pretty close number of how many sales do we need every single month for you to be able to hit your profit targets. Then we layer in 3 more truths. We ask, what season are you in? Are you in an expansion season or a protection season? What does your ideal week look like before the business even takes its cut? And what work is inside of your zone of genius compared to the things you know that you don't want to be doing? Most coaches that come to us before have never written down a single one of these things before. So if this is something you've never really deeply looked into, that's perfectly fine. Make sure you cover the R, because then A is architect. Now we build the model around those truths, not the model you saw someone else on stage or someone on YouTube running. This is about how you are then going to be able to attract, convert, deliver, and operate inside of your business. Each one of these 4 pillars inside of your business is going to be designed so that the business is working to your strengths to give you the life that you want. Because then next, I is for identify. Here's the phase most founders skip because it stings a little. There's 2 lists I want you to make: a love list and a hate list. Love list, every part of your business that gives you energy. Hate list, every part that you're probably just tolerating and you know that you don't really love. Then there's going to be a gap analysis on every single item on that hate list and what it really is. What's the root cause underneath it? And what's the first moves to actually close that gap? The awareness is the work when it comes to this, because once you've named what you don't want to do, and then we can figure out, do you actually need to do it? Is there actually something easier for you to be able to do? Because then we work onto N, navigate, which is the design is going to be worth absolutely nothing unless you actually build it. So this is where navigation is going through, okay, what do you need to be doing today, in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, so that you can go from where you are now, being in a model that you don't love, to in 3 months' time, changes, absolute fundamental changes have happened, and you can see not just a difference in your revenue and profits going up, but you see your mojo, your enjoyness, your actually zest for life and your business, that goes up as well. Because that's the system. We reveal, we architect, we identify, and then we navigate. Note that we didn't start with how to scale your business to 7 figures. No, we engineered a business that hits the number that you actually need and then stops you from doing the things that you shouldn't be doing so you can fast track yourself. Because at the end of the day, most likely, you want things such as time, you want freedom, you want your marriage intact, you want your body intact, you want your kids running through the front door, jumping on you when you come home, and that doesn't happen if you haven't built the business correctly. So hopefully if any of this has landed and you know that you want to build a business that's smarter, one that fuels the life that you want, there is a link in the description that I'll pop in. You'll be able to get access to all of the playbooks, especially the design playbook for you to be able to use, plus the AI agents that run all of your marketing as well. And you can get full access to it just for a $1 test drive. It's most useful 20 minutes if you just go through that Rainmakers design and also use the offer architect AI as well. So you'll be able to have an offer and business design that you know is going to give you the life you really want. All right, that's it for today. And if this did hit home for you today, and if you are building a business that's meant to give you more money and more freedom, then I want you to be able to do 2 things before you go. 1, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because you're a bummer if you missed out on everything else to come. Number 2, grab the link in the description and be able to book in your free demo so you can see the exact systems, the exact process, and you can be able to install it inside of your business. Because remember, this channel is for coaches and creators who want a daily income, simple systems, and to be able to take time off. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.